Alrighty, we're continuing on in Computer Science Discoveries, Unit 2, Websites, and we are doing the second part of Lesson 10, learning about CSS. So we left off at level number 5 here, and your job in level number 5 was to come on in, change this H3 heading to be a different color. So you had to go in to the style sheet and program in something for H3. So notice you had to format here, and you get to choose whatever you want for that color. So start typing things. Notice also up here in your instructions, it gives you some links out to W3 schools. Excuse me. And there are tons of colors here that you can choose from. We'll get into how to actually use RBG and or RGB and create colors as well if you can't find something predefined. But I want you to know that that's there and available to you, and it opens up a whole new wide world of color. All right, so now I need you to move on, hit that finish button, and we are going to dive in and learn some more on how, now that you've seen it there, how to get a little more fancy. Notice that CSS really stands for Cascading Style Sheets, but here you can also kind of think of it this way. Content, the structure, which you've done in HTML, and then style. And that's just kind of a coincidence that's pretty neat. And so what we're going to start learning now is as you add a style sheet and do that programming, we are going to refer to that in your HTML so that you can apply it to everything on that page, which is nice because then you don't have to manually try to program everything in there. So take a look at this bubble or diamond in 6 and read through that. And once you feel confident to continue on, in level 7, it says here that we can do more than just color, okay? It's going to ask you to find that CSS rule set that determines the style for the paragraph. Now, as you look through here, notice that there's information below each picture on these records. And so what we're going to do is let's click on the CSS file, and it wants you now to change the text size of the paragraphs to be bigger. Okay, so notice right now inside here it says font size 14px. Okay, so if you look up here, it'll explain to you what does px mean, how does this code work. Okay, and you need to start taking that on and reading through that on your own so you understand all of these things. So you need to change this size. So go ahead and pick a different number there. And then it said add a new rule to your rule set for your H3 tag. Okay, so notice I've got my H3 tag here as already colored as dark green. That came forward from Bubble 5. You need to go ahead and make the text either bigger or smaller. So first of all, here, change this to be something, maybe, I don't know, maybe you want it 20 or something. When you scroll, you'll see it immediately changes it. Maybe you're like, ew, 20 is too big. Maybe I want it just like 18. And take a peek and see what you like. Okay? Do that, as well as let's add in, it says the H3 tag to make the text bigger or smaller. So frankly, I probably want it a little bit bigger. And so I'm going to type in the same thing that's there, font hyphen size, and you'll notice it kind of already puts it there for you. And if you click on it, it'll pull in that formatting with the colon. And then, do I want it the same size? Maybe I'll do 18. Try it out. Put the semicolon there. Oh, that almost looks like it got smaller. So maybe I want it a little bigger. 22. Do you like that? You play around with it and see what you want to do. Okay. Go on to the next level in 8. And here it's going to ask you to now let's go ahead and let's change the font the actual font family, and they're giving you some choices here to choose from. Okay, so first of all, and by the way, I should go back and make sure I save that so it pulls all this forward. Refresh and save. Did it take what I had here? 22. Let's save that. Okie dokie. All right, then come into level number 8. Okay, you need to, in the style sheet, okay, choose which one you would like best, okay, for the paragraph tag. Right now it says cursive, so you see that choice, okay. What possible values are there? Well, they're saying start with these 5: serif, sans serif, cursive, fantasy, monospace. And if you want to get fancy, click out on that W3 Schools, see what you come up with, okay. So they're saying change it and see what you like. So let's just try something. If I change it to serif, okay? Okay, I apply that change. Let's go down and see what it looks like. Okay, looks like that. Go ahead and play around, see what those different ones look like. Then it says add a font family rule for the H1 or the H3 tags. So you decide if you want to put it here or here. I'll probably put it on my H1. Let's see, I have to type font family. I'm just going to click on it. And here it gives me choices. So maybe I'll try this inherit. Put your semicolon to end it. All right. That doesn't look anything too fascinating. Maybe we'll try, what does monospace look like? Oh, that's kind of different. Yeah, we'll try that. Okay, play around with it. Make sure that you have something for H1 and your H3. So I got to come down here and do this as well. And maybe just to be, I don't want just font, I want font family. Maybe just for fun, I'll do the same thing and choose monospace. Kind of make it consistent, okay? Maybe I'll do it all in monospace. That's boring. Just do something. All right, work your way through the rest of the levels here. See, on level number 9, it's going to ask you to go in and change the text decoration that you see in the H1. Notice it says underline. They want you to change it and then add one for your H3 definition or your H3 style. And then when you get to 10, we're going to talk about aligning your text, and you can choose from the left side of the page, right side, or center. Work on that. When you get to 11, read through some of these examples so you can kind of see how you can jazz things up. In 12, there's another video here from Danny. Please watch that. And then it's going to bring back your web page in 13 and in 14. So they're going to ask you to add a style sheet, rename it, okay? Add your style sheet to your HTML page. Now notice this is going to have to go, as you watch Danny's, it's going to have to go inside your head and your closing head tags. Now, some of you have some stuff in there. So what I'm going to ask you to do is take anything that you have between your head tags, move it down into the body so that it looks just like this. Then go ahead and add a style sheet. Okay. And when you go to program this, I want you to follow this right up here on how they typed it. Put that in on, let's say, your main page. So you're going to really start typing this. Okay, bracket, link, space, REL equal sign. Okay, and then start typing it just like this. So you're going to use quotation marks, style sheet. It'll pop up there for you so you don't have to type it all. Okay, leave a space. Then start typing that the href is going to be going back to your new CSS style sheet, okay? So when I start, if I put in the N right there, it'll put it in right there for me. Notice if I do that, make sure that you put your quotation marks around there, excuse me, and then close it out. And then go on into your style sheet and, oh my goodness, go to town and let's see what you come up with. When you move on into level number 14, it's going to ask you to choose from at least 3 different properties. Okay, play around with your web page and then go to town and add some more style. Good luck. May the force be with you.